I knew it was him. Oh, but lately my radar has been radaring, and I say that because I just been listening to the conversations and just peeping everybody around me. Like, it's just getting weird. Like, one of these guys, he that be in the area, he be like he always lying. Like, I love a good story, and like at first, whenever me and him first started like hanging out, or he started like coming around, I was like, okay, he could sing, he could rap, this, that, and the 10. But he wasn't really like determined. Like, he rather go work a 9 to 5, this, that, and the 10. And I'm like, well, if you want to do music, at some point you have to like at least sneak and try to take it serious. But he the type that he just like to complain and like to tell people and this, that, and the 10 what he going through. But really, he entertains it. Like, he loves it. And I'm just like, but anyways, he disappeared, claimed that he moved to the other side of town, and then now he's like back in the area. And I'm just like, he back in the area doing the same nothing. And I be trying to be like Switzerland to the bullshit, because me and him have a mutual group of, people we hang out with. But I'm just still like, I'm paying attention. And I'm just like, yeah, like, it's about time for me to either move around from this group of people, or for me to tell him that, like, I think that you're weird, and I don't want to, like, have you in my company. So it's just like, we're going to have to go our separate ways. And most days I just be ignoring him, or at least attempting to ignore him, because you can always hear the bullshit, because he be the loudest one in the room with it. So he happened to be like our last little session that we was on. He happened to start talking about getting paid for people to like watch you and this, that, and the 10 for like a few hours a day. He was like, people recording your life or watching you and this, that, and the 10. And I was like, yeah, that's not something that I really would be interested in. Like, that shit don't sit right with me. I was like, but y'all do as y'all please, y'all. Do as y'all please. And I'm just listening. And the other dude, he a snake too. So I was just like, of course, I expected him to respond the way he responded. And then my other homeboy, he had stepped out, the one that I was originally there with. And I'm just like, everybody being weird. And then we in the process of moving. So I'm just like, I hope they don't sit there and like tell that man what we moving to and this, that, and the 10, like on some dry shit. But you can't run away from anything or anybody in this area, because all these niggas know each other, and I happen to know all of them because I either went to school with them, or because I went to school with some of them, the other ones, they either call themselves crushing on me or curious about me. So they speak or whatever, and I high and buy niggas quick. So we go with that. But that was one of the things, that guy saying that about being paid to be watched and all that. Like, that shit don't sit right with me. My privacy is my everything. I love my privacy, and I hate the fact that people be trying to take it away. That's what really be having me aggressive. Like, I need privacy. I am a grown woman. I cannot make anything shake if I do not feel comfortable in my solitude. Anyways, so we in the process of moving. And one of yeah, the apartment we moved into, the neighbor is across the way neighbor is nosy. Like any sound they hear somebody, they opening their door and they looking, and you could see them peeping. Like whatever, then they'll make it obvious and come out. But one of the guys, as we was moving stuff up, my friend was helping me, and they know each other. But like as I walk like up a distance behind him, and I hear him firing. I hear the other guy firing up my homeboy, and I'm just like I just I don't like when they be firing each other up because they always be sounding like they hate a nigga, and I just be like, y'all gotta stop. And he was like, and he spoke to me. He was like, "Hello, swallow," because that's how we speak. He was like, this where you staying? And I was like, fortunately. And he was like, and then he like kind of mumbled. He was like, okay, because we gotta keep you protected. And I just kept walking because I was moving in the process. You know, everything happened so fast. He said it so quick. He was going one way, I was going the other way, and I'm just like, I've been trying to remember my dad's friends, but you gotta keep me protected. It don't sit right with me because the place that we moving from is like we were right in front of, like, I be saying that I be watching them on the block, but really we be watching each other. I could go sit on my balcony and I'm on the street. So because I'm on the street of the balcony, of the apartments, they see me, I see them. And it's just like, what if the whole time I was being watched? I was being babysat. Like, I walk everywhere I need to go, so it's easy to be like, oh, okay, yeah, she going up the street. She going that way, so you know she either gonna be in 3 places: the park, the store, or she just walking. It's just like, why y'all gotta be weird to me? And I'm just like, bro, I just be trying to keep my distance and keep the solitude and this, that, and 10, but everybody is like weird to me. Like, what you mean you gotta protect me? What you mean getting paid to be watched? Like, people tell you the type of shit they won't be on or the type of shit they own. You just gotta listen. And I'm just like, and then a lot of these niggas around me in the area, they do music. Like, they call themselves rappers and this, that, and 10. But I only heard like what they had recorded on their phones. So I'm just like, okay, anybody that's actually pursuing the art, I actually be excited for them. I wish them luck and I send them about their day. But I don't just like flaunt my craft around everybody. Like, I'm not gonna be somebody that's gonna just give you no freestyle. I ain't gonna blow you out. Like, I'm not gonna do that just randomly. Like, I'll tell your ass, nah, I'm good. I'm just observing, and I'll be okay with it. And like the other dude, like the one I was telling you about, the first guy, that motherfucker, he's younger. He's younger than everybody else in a bunch. But because he's younger, he always feel like that he has to be either louder or content with his decision. And most of the time he either be lying or he be being dramatic. He always talking about some money he don't fucking have. And then when he do have money, he has very poor spending habits. Like, he's a trick. he's a trick, and he like expensive things, but he can't keep a job because his attitude is bad. And he likes to complain about how he loses jobs. Then he tell you, oh, I went off on my boss. They not gonna handle me this, that, and the 10, and da 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 da. And at some point, I was just like, it sounds like you the problem. Like, you just enjoy complaining. Like, you enjoy putting yourself in scenarios and situations where you have to flip the script. Like, you love showing people that your nuts hang. Like, it's a time and a place for that, and you clearly have not mastered it. And he be okay with it, and I'm just like, y'all enjoy hanging out with this idiot, but I feel like this idiot is challenging my expertise. So it's just like, I just sit back and laugh his stupid ass off. And then, like, our last session that we had, it was like 4 of us, and we was hotboxing. And it was hot up in the car. Everybody was a little warm. But me personally, because I was the only woman in the vehicle, I had to stand my ground. And because I stood my ground, I got the reaction I expected. So first, homeboy, the liar, he was just in the front complaining about the heat, but he was like kind of like freestyling type shit, like, man, it's so hot, I'm about to open up the door, da 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 da. And so he just doing his thug thizzle, but all he doing is talking. Like, I guess he didn't want to be the first person to open up the door, but me being the only woman, I was in my head, I was like, they think that I'm gonna be the first one to open this door because it's hot as fuck up in here. And then as he started complaining and talking his shit, I'm just listening to him, and I'm like, I'm getting annoyed. So I'm like in the mindset where I want to open the door, but because I know that this is like a manipulation tactic that he's trying to play, I'm riding this shit out. I'm like, okay, well, which one of these idiots gonna get tired of this nigga talking, or they gonna catch whatever energy he got and finally open the door? So my homeboy opened the door. He was like, man, I'm hot, I don't care, this, da da da. And then he was like, I lost, da da da. And then they started talking about, they started joking around. It was like, oh, well, we thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be Disney to open the door for this, that, and the 10. I say, and that's the problem, because you underestimated me. I decided to prove you wrong, and because you had such a simple mind, I decided to we'll stuff in this motherfucker if it got to do anything with me. Cause I'm okay. I'm content in the heat. I work out in the heat. I go sit out and I sunbathe. I'm cool. I'm good, baby. We could send this motherfucker and fry. I won't cry. But you're not gonna play with me like I'm a weakling. Like, you don't have any grit. Like, you don't have any discipline. And you wanna try to play with me like I'm a weakling? Like, people like that is like, I'm either gonna check the shit or remove myself from it. And it's getting to the point where I'm just like, in order for me to remove myself from it, I'm gonna have to check the shit because they keep bringing him around.
What have you got there?
Like, every time he disappears from this area, he be like, he'll just randomly pop up and be like, oh, I got this, that, and the 10 going on for me, and all this, that, and the third. And then, like, as the stories continue, he'll start like pulling the strings from his lies, and you can like know that they're pulling the cover off his lies, and you can tell that they're all lies. Like, I already knew from the energy of the conversation, but it's just like, as you continue to listen, motherfucker just start yep, that was a lie, because now I have to ask follow-up questions. Oh, how did this do that? Now you have to rearrange your answer and make it like you was using your brain at one point. And then I see that your answer to this question had nothing to do with your statement from that earlier. So it's just like, And I'm like, I don't have to deal with stupid people like that. I don't have to deal with simple minded people that feel like they're getting over on somebody. Like, you really be trying to flex like you doing better than the next, and you really don't have be having shit going for yourself. And yeah, it's just like, and I'm just observing, and I'm just like, y'all as men, y'all just letting this little nigga sit in y'all space. But the other guy, he's just as snake and janky as him, so I understand why they relate. But then I'm just like, then it's my homeboy. He acts more like me. He try to give people more grace, and he try to just be in the mix and accept the shit that's there. And I'm just like, at some point you have to start like removing yourself also. Like, everything, you ain't gotta accept all types of bullshit. You ain't gotta accept that everything just happens. Like, you can, oh, okay, well, my time to go. And I'm just like,
have you seen this boy?
I don't know, but it's just like, everybody is fucking weird to me. And then I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but my ex best friend from high school, and like we fell out in 2023. My sister was like that my mama seen her outside the apartment, the one we currently moving out of. Like, she seen her out there, and I guess they was chopping it up or whatever. But homegirl originally was aggressive with me and my family, so that's why I had to cut her off, because we got into very much of a misunderstanding, disagreement. And I allowed her true colors for the last time in my life, because I've seen them before, but I allowed that shit for the last time, and I was like, nah, this is no more. But it was just like, they talking about that she was out there chopping it up, talking about that her kids, or the kids, her little sister, her nephews, her son, her kids, they all miss my son. And I don't know if she said anything about me or whatnot, but yeah, from what my sister told, she was basically trying to use the children to manipulate, to, oh, well, we're gonna let the kids reunite, and maybe we can fix our friendship in the mix of it, da 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 da. And I'm just like, am I an asshole? Because I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then it made me think about the time whenever me and my best friend from like kindergarten all the way up to 2020 had fell out, and that like 2022, because I felt like I was in a healthier place and things, I apologized for my actions. And I just let her know that if she wanted to mend it, I was open-minded to it, but like, I respect her decision if she don't. But because I'm healing and I'm in a healing space, I wanted to apologize how I handled that, because yeah, that was me at the time. She was gonna get her ass whooped. And she told me, she was like, thank you for the apology. I miss you too, but right now I'm not in the headspace to rekindle anything or be trying to mend any friendships. And then at first I was like, well, who broke her heart? Like, it really made me feel some type of way. But what if it was just like how I'm feeling about her? It's like, bitch, you was aggressive toward me. You thought you was gonna handle me a certain way. And no, I don't want you to think that you're gonna be in a place to do it again. So I'm seeing it. I'm paying attention. But that shit with her, like, I know it's more than the eye can see, and I know it's things that people probably won't tell me right now. And I'm just like, She done had her new kid. Congratulations. Like, no. I'm tired of people. Another thing, I'm so tired of me connecting with these people, and I'm connected to their I'm connecting to their children, and then they treat me like I mean nothing. And then now you done made me leave. Oh my god. I watched the movie at the wrong time. Like, you made me leave these children that I connected to. Now I have to cut them off all because of their parents and this, that, and 10. It's just like, that is traumatizing for myself. Like, because I love children. Because I have had a time where there was lack in my mind and in my heart of children. So it's like, I don't. No, I'm not gonna allow anybody to keep playing with me like I'm temporary or like I'm optional. Look at that fucking roach. That's so trifling. In my video. But anyways, neither here or there. Yeah, it's just like I'm saying shit. Like, yeah. it's all gonna fucking fall. It's all gonna come together. It's all gonna come together. And I'm gonna end this video. It's gonna kill that roach because I'm just upset about it. Like, why would you come in my video, fucking punk ass roach?